Hi everybody, Josiah here, also known as Chilling Silence, and we've got some fantastic news because 20 minutes ago, we can see it right here, it's just come in, we've got 50,000 DigiByte in, and done, and dusted, so we've reached the 200,000 DigiByte mark there for the RandomX implementation. So, this is the Medium article that I put together. Now, like I mentioned, I've already been working with the developer on this, going through the implementation. It hasn't stopped over the last, I suppose, 2 weeks while I've been, well, I mean, it's only been 4 days ago. It says it up there, but that's not the point. We've still been working on it, and so we're really close now, really excited for this, and so hopefully, sooner rather than later, we're going to be able to get those funds to the developer as a nice way to say thank you for all their hard work, and blood, sweat, and tears that they've gone and poured into this. So, to the community, and especially to the DigiByte Foundation for contributing that last 25%, that last 50,000 DigiByte, thank you so much. This is really cool to see. Really stoked with this, and I really feel like this is going to be the Kickstarter needed for the next really big kind of jump in DigiByte's future. So this is fantastic. Now, the eagle-eyed among you, I mean, I'm pointing down here, but you can't see that, so I'll use the mouse instead. The eagle-eyed among you will see that down here I've mentioned 8.19.0. Now, the reason for this is because this is what we had originally started working on with Gary and Jared and Yoshi and things back in February, I believe it was, right before kind of COVID hit and the whole world turned to shit, but, you know, whatever. We've been improving on that as well. Now I've got a draft article here. I'm going to show you just a quick little peek into it. Now specifically, what we're looking at doing instead of 8.19 is going straight to 8.20. Now the reason that we're looking at doing this is, well, there's actually several reasons, but one of them is it's going to make Schnorr and Taproot a lot easier to implement. But also, we're looking at ways that we can also refine the performance. Now, I mentioned it a little bit here, and so this is kind of one of the things that I wanted to talk with you a little bit about, is we've had some improvements already committed to sort out the initial synchronization speed. So for a slower, like this is done specifically here on a Core i3, it's like a decade-old CPU or something at this point in time, and it's whatever. It's old, but it still manages to sync the whole entire thing in 7 hours and 52 minutes. Now, the way that it does this is both by syncing the headers concurrently with the blocks, but also we do some other stuff in terms of the way that we do the communication between nodes as we're doing synchronization. This all sounds kind of airy-fairy, whatever, but the short version is that even on a computer that is a decade old, you can currently do a full sync in under 8 hours. When you've got a moderately competent CPU, I'd say, or even with some of the latest generation stuff, the synchronization is coming down a lot in terms of the time taken. So this is really quite cool to see, and this is just some of the improvements that are coming. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that over the coming weeks and things as well, but I wanted to give you a bit of a heads up and kind of let you know that this is what we're looking at. Now, so RandomX is currently being built against 7.17.2, with the idea that we were originally going to upgrade it down here to the 8.19.0, but it's looking more and more likely that it will be 8.20 instead of 8.19. What does all this mean for you? Basically, it just means that all of the latest and greatest changes and things like that they've made in Bitcoin Core upstream are going to be coming to DigiByte as well. Now, I had, on a personal level, been more kind of keen to differentiate ourselves and to intentionally split away, but on talking with a bunch of the other developers and things like that, they've basically said that it would be easier for us if we did maintain enough of that kind of version parity with them as we have done in the past. So, as you know, Joe doesn't rule the roost around here, and it looks like the developers have kind of vetoed that, and so we're going to be going with a feature parity with 0.20 with Bitcoin. So just kind of letting you know what's going on there and filling you in, keeping you up to date with that. So again, really cool stuff. Thank you again to the DigiByte Foundation and to everybody who has contributed. We've now got that last 25%, so we're going to continue just wrapping things up with the RandomX implementation, which we can see here. It's not going to be done on 8.19, though. It's going to be done on 8.20, so that's really exciting. And we've got some more cool stuff happening here as well around the initial synchronization, but I'm looking forward to talking with you more in the future as well about other performance improvements that will be coming this way and other cool features and just general improvements as well, I suppose. So that's going to be all from me for today. If you do have questions, though, hit me up in the comments below. Don't be afraid to ask. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. You can reach me on Twitter as well. I'm at DigiByte_chilling. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next video. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.